Hi, I'm Karthik Rannan. I'm the president of the Wall Street Club of BITS Pilani Hyderabad campus. Yes, so the collaboration with XLR was an excellent one. We conducted a Power BI workshop with Advanced Excel over a span of 3 days. The workshop was almost 12 hours long in total. Mr. Karthik, who was an amazing trainer, helped the students understand the concepts deeply. I am sure that the students will be able to apply these concepts in their careers as well as their daily lives while they try to navigate the world of finance. I am happy that we will be able to close this workshop successfully on a very good note.
Hi, I am Raghunendra Singh and I am the Technical Director of the Wall Street Club at BITS Pilani Hyderabad campus. It was a great amazing conducting this workshop with XLR. The trainer, Mr. Karthik, was an excellent person where he explained in very detailed manner on how to give great insights using very complex data sets, which was very helpful for the people who are interested in the field of finance, business or analytics in general. Thank you.
I attended a workshop conducted by CSA and ACM in collaboration with XLR. So it was a machine learning workshop. We learned a lot from the course and it was a great experience attending the workshop.
The trainer was very helpful. He had a hands-on approach with his teaching and it was fabulous.
This was a great experience for me. So I would absolutely love it if XLR and its team would come again to our campus and conduct more events like this.
The journey was great. Initially, I thought that I was not proficient enough in Excel, but later I came to know there was no prerequisites for it, and then I applied for it, and it was a great course, and it started from basics and took me to a great extent.
Good evening, myself Kavya Ganatra. I am from Computer Science Association. I was the POC for this ML workshop conducted by CSA and ACM in collaboration with XLR. The experience of the workshop was really nice. The feedback from all the students was positive. They understood the concept. The workshop was also practical based with some questions. The experience with XLR was very smooth. They helped us in conducting the workshop smoothly right from the booking of the vendor and deciding the course till the distribution of certificates. In overall, this workshop was a success during our technical fest Atmos, and I thank XLR for being a part of it. Thank you.
Good evening, Ashwini.
Good evening, Sushmita.
We'll wait for 2 more minutes, then we'll start the session.
Yeah, fine.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay.
Ashwini, you can go ahead. You can start the session.
Good evening all. Hello, am I audible? Bhargavi, Meghna, and Nageshwar Rao, am I audible to you people? Please kindly confirm. Yes. Okay. Thank you, Bhargavi, for the confirmation. So everybody, welcome to XLR Ethic Private Limited, guys. So today I'll be dealing with the software testing. Okay, that is, I'll be starting with the manual testing, and gradually we will see what are the concepts which are involved in manual testing, what is testing. Then slowly I'll be giving you an introduction on automation as well. Okay, just give me a second. Let me share my screen. Is my screen visible?
Yes, it is visible.
Okay. So let's start with the basics. Basics in the sense from what is a software. People who are from totally non-technical background can also easily gel with this manual concepts without having a hesitation of feeling that we are from non-tech background. Will it be difficult for us? No, our main motto is to make the things easy. Okay, so anyone here, can you define me what is a software? Anybody? Anyone? Guys, it would be better if the class is interactive. Please don't be hesitant. You can unmute yourself and talk. Bhargavi, Nageshwar Rao, Meghna, anyone? Yes? Okay, fine. Software. What is the software? Software is nothing but basically collection of programs. Okay, what is a software? Software is basically, to define a software, it is nothing but a collection of programs. And when I say programs, what is a program? It's nothing but set of instructions, right? So for example, let us assume we are organizing some event, okay, where there is Nageshwar, there is Bhargavi, and there is Meghana, okay, in this organization. So where I, as your mentor, will be giving you an instructions to perform certain things, okay. If in case I'm dividing you people into groups and I assign you all a particular task to be done, what is that I'm doing? I'm giving you all instructions. So program is nothing but a set of instructions which we are giving so that it performs a certain action. Okay, to tell you, hold on, let me open an application. Okay. So I hope you all can see this Amazon application on the screen. Everybody? Hello? Yes, thank you, Nageshwar Rao, for replying. So what is this? This is nothing but a one whole application. Certainly, when you're developing this particular application, so in backend, there goes hundreds of programs which are written, right? So all those hundreds of programs, thousands of programs put together is nothing but what? We are making this one whole application, okay? So this is nothing but a software, or you can call it as a application. What is a software? It is nothing but a collection of computer programs that helps us to perform a desired task. So here we are using this Amazon application. Why we are using Amazon application? This is a platform where we are buying the things and also we can sell the things. Okay. So this is a particular application which we are using to buy stuff as well as a sell stuff. And behind this one application, there are thousands of programs which are written in way to form a one application. Are you all clear with this concept? What is a software? What's an application? Everybody? You can just raise hand. That's it. Okay. Let us move on to next. Oh, very basic. Okay, thank you. Thank you for raising the hand. Okay, very basic. There are certain types of software, guys. There is a system software, there's a programming software, and another one is an application software. Okay, let me write here. When we say software, there are again types here. One is system software. Next is programming software. And the last is application software. What is a system software? To me, as a user, whenever I'm using my device, a device in the sense it can be a laptop or it can be your computer, the moment I hit the power button, okay, the moment I start to, I want to start my device, I hit my power button, okay, the flow is taken to what? There is one software without which we cannot even operate our device. Can you all just tell me which is that software without which we cannot even start our device or we cannot operate our device? Anyone? Anyone? Sushmita,
Yes, Ashwini.
are they all on mute?
Yeah, they can chat, but they cannot speak. They're all mute.
Oh, okay. Can you unmute them just in case if they want to reply?
Sure, sure.
Yeah.
Now they can unmute themselves.
Hannah? Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Okay.
Thank
Anyone? What's that software, guys, without which we cannot even use our laptop or our device? Anyone? Bhargavi, Meghna, Aisha?
You mean without software or
Without software. There is one specific software without which we cannot even start our device. That's a system software.
no.
Hmm?
It is not possible. I think it is not possible. I think
My question is, without operating system, can we start our device?
no.
No, right? So
Yes.
this falls under what? System software. Okay. Without which we cannot even use our device. Okay. There are again classification of the softwares like system software, programming software, and application software. So system software, that is operating system, is one such software which falls under the category system software. Okay. Similarly, when I say programming software, so who does programming, guys? Who is which team or which domain people are involved in programming? Who does programming? Yes. Developers? Agree?
Yes, man. Yes.
Yes. So when we say developers are the people who are involved into programming, so what does that do? Definitely, they are giving a certain set of instructions. That is what you say inputs. And what are we expecting? We are expecting the output. Okay. When the dev team is giving the input and we are expecting certain output, there are certain softwares which need to be supported. How it is processed. Okay. When you give an input and we are expecting certain output, there should be certain softwares which will process this. Okay. Such softwares are called as programming softwares. For example, compilers, debuggers, okay, without which we cannot run a program or without which a program cannot be executed. Guys, getting the difference between the different types of softwares? Everybody?
Yes, man. Yes, man.
Yes, okay. So without compilers, without debuggers, it's not possible for a programmers to get a specific output, okay? Second. Okay. Then we have an application software where every user is using it for different purpose. Okay. Like for example, I'm using a Word for different purpose. You people will be using Word doc for different purpose. You will be using Excel. I'll be using Excel. These all kind of softwares, they fall under application softwares. So up to here, are you all clear? What are the types of softwares and why do we actually need them? Clear?
Clear, ma'am. Clear.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for the confirmation. So the same thing, whatever I have explained you, the same thing are in the pointers. What are system software? These are the softwares which are used to run the system. That is, without these, it's not possible to even run our device. Okay, so it interacts with the computer hardware and it provides the services to the programs. And the examples are operating systems, compilers, drivers. Yes, then programming software. This is to execute the written programs. So that these kind of softwares are required by the dev team. So these are used internally in order to process the outputs like compilers and debuggers. Okay. Then application software. This uses system software and supports the business operation. That is, guys, this particular point I'll explain you here. That is, without operating system, can we use this MS Word, MS Office, MS Excel, all the database applications? Is it possible to use without OS?
No, ma'am.
No. That means application software, it uses system software. That is, without system software, we cannot use what? Application software. Okay. Further, let's go to some important terminologies you should be knowing. Okay. As the future testers, product, project. Okay, I'll introduce to one very important concept, that is a defect. Throughout your testing, this is what the terminology we'll be using. Then error, product. Everybody, please listen to me carefully. For example, what application is this which is displayed on the screen? What application it is? Everybody, please respond. Amazon? Yes, Amazon. Okay, basically, we are using this Amazon application, as I have already mentioned, to buy and sell stuff. So do you think this Amazon application is restricted only to Ashwini? Only Ashwini is able to use? Or all of you are able to use? This is a live application. Agree to this?
Yes, madam. Yes, madam.
Yes. Okay. Now, what is my point is applications. Okay. Applications which are used by people. Okay. I mean, millions of people. Okay. And these applications are developed based on market requirements. Okay. What are product? When do we call an application product? The application which is not restricted to one person. Okay. Here, millions of people are using this Amazon application, and based on the market requirements, it keeps on updating itself. Okay. I'll tell you what is this market requirements. For example, hold on. Whatever I'm scribbling, is it visible to you people? Everyone? Bhargavi, Meghna, is it visible whatever I'm scribbling?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, no? Okay. So when I say WhatsApp, what is the latest update which we have on the WhatsApp, guys? What is the latest update? What is the latest update? Like, it has channels, right? Then we will be able to pin our own chat. Okay, we will be able to message ourselves. So these are what? These are the latest update. But before, I mean, back in days when WhatsApp was newly launched, we hardly had any features. Like we hardly had voice call, we had video call, then we had a chat box, okay, then display picture, a very less features we had. But over the period of time, can you see it's getting so many updates? Are you agreeing to this, everybody? You can see so many updates in the application. Why it is? Why? Because the market is demanding. Okay, earlier we did not have a payment mode on WhatsApp. Okay, because the transactions weren't done online. But now in today's world, we all use GPay, we all use PhonePe, we are using our UPIs. Why? To make what? To make the payments, to make our transactions. Okay, for that purpose, even this WhatsApp has introduced what? Payment mode. What I'm trying to say is applications. Product is such an application which is adapted or which is changed or which gets updated based on what? Market requirements. And it is not restricted only you, I. This is a live application where thousands or millions of people can use. Everybody clear with the definition product or the concept product? Everyone? Guys, please respond or raise your hands, whatever is visible for you people. Okay, good. Thank you. Next is project. What is project? Okay, project is restricted to what? A single user. Okay, a single user in the sense, for example, let us assume there is ICICI Bank. Let us assume, okay, this is an assumption where all the transactions were made manually. Transactions were made manually. Okay. Suddenly this ICICI is deciding to automate all these transactions. So when I say automate, guys, it simply means they need an application to make a transaction, okay, where every user can send money, every user can receive money. That is, they don't want to do manually, where I used to go to bank and I used to pay money and it would be reflected in my account. I don't want to do this. I want to automate it. I want to automate it. So the automation is possible via application. Do you all agree to this, everybody? Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Okay. Thank you, Nageshwar. Thank you very much. Okay. When this bank decides to convert all its transactions which were happening manually to make it to automate, the one way is application. So what they do? Definitely, they will approach one IT company. Let us assume that IT company is XYZ, in where Nageshwar Rao is a developer, Bhargavi is a developer, Aisha is involved in a design team, and somewhere I am a tester. Let us assume us as this IT company. What do we do? Now, tell me, what does this ICICI Bank need to convey to IT company? Anyone? What does it need to convey? Yes, anyone? Bhargavi, Meghna, Aisha, Nageshwar Rao, anyone? You need to explain, na? This company, this bank needs to explain this IT company. What should they explain? What should they explain? Anybody? What all features it needs? That should be explained, right? For example, it should have a feature of pay. Okay, it should have a feature of send money. Okay, then receive money, right? Then a feature of RD, a feature of FD, right? These all things should be explained. Okay, where particular company, that is this particular bank, will explain this IT company that in my application, I want these all features. For example, my user, my customer should be able to open his RD account. My customer should be able to open his FD account. He should be able to add pay, etc., etc., etc. Okay, these are called as what? Requirements. Okay, the very important terminology in testing. These all, okay, explaining what you want in your application is nothing but requirements. Okay, based on the requirements, what they do, this particular IT company, they are going to design it, develop it, test it, then they are going to release the application. Okay, so now tell me, this is a requirement of ICICI Bank. Once the application is developed, can SBI or HDFC, these banks can use this application? Guys, yes or no? You can just drop it in a message or can tell it whatever is possible. This application is developed based on the requirements of ICICI Bank. Now, will this application can be used also by SBI or HDFC Bank? Is it possible?
Yes, madam. Pass.
It's possible, Nageshwara?
Yes, madam.
You mean to say whatever requirements ICICI Bank wanted, the same requirements SBI will also want it?
Yeah, we'll also use for same requirement also.
More than this also it can be, less than this also it can be possible?
More than.
That means this is project. Project is restricted to a single person. Okay, that means this particular application is developed based on the requirements which are given by ICICI. These requirements are not given by SBI or HDFC. Are you getting the difference, everybody? Yes?
Yes, madam.
Now you got the difference, right? So these are the requirements which are given by ICICI Bank. These requirements are not given by HDFC or SBI Bank. So definitely this application is restricted only to ICICI. Okay. When it is developed for one single customer or a client, then the application is called as what? Project. Getting the difference between product and project? Everybody?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, very good. Thank you so much. Now let me take you to defect. What is a defect? Okay, please focus here. This is the Facebook application. Hold on. Everybody onto the screen. Okay. This is a Facebook application. Can you see this email ID text box here? There's an email ID text box. Then there's a password text box. And then there is a login button. Okay. For example, let us assume we are going to test. We are going to test the Facebook login page. Okay. The Facebook login page. So what do I need to enter here to check Facebook login page? I need to enter valid email ID. I need to enter valid password. And then I need to click on login button. Agree to this, everybody? Yes. How do we test it? To test this login button, I need to enter valid email ID. I need to enter valid password. Then I need to click on login button. So when I do all these steps, what is your expectation? Now tell me, what is your expectation? What you expect to happen with the application? What happens usually when you try to enter your email ID, password and hit on the login button? What happens?
My Facebook account is opened.
Opened. Very good. That means you should be taken to the home page of Facebook. This is my expectation. Okay. There is a requirements given by what? Requirements is always given by a client or a customer. Who is our client or a customer now? Facebook. Okay. The owner of our Facebook is nothing but our customer. So there he's clearly mentioning login is one functionality. Okay. Where I need to check this. That is, as a tester, what I need to do. This is a login functionality which is given by the developers. Okay, developers are the people who are going to get this code done, and once the code is done for a particular module, they will be giving it to the testing team. Okay, now as a tester, what do? I'm entering a valid email ID and I'm entering a valid password and I'm clicking on the login button. What is my expectation? My expectation is I should be taken to the home page. Okay. Let us assume I entered this, and I hit on a login button, and actually I am unable to log in. I'm unable to log in, and instead I got an error message. What is happening, guys? We were expecting something. Actually, something else is happening. Everybody agree to this?
Yes, madam.
Yes. Now, whenever expected and actual result does not match, it will be termed as what? Defect in testing. What is a defect? As a tester, I was expecting something to happen, but actually something else is happening. I entered valid credentials. I should have been taken to the home page, but actually I am not allowed to home page. I'm not taken to home page. Instead, it is throwing me an error. So whenever there is a difference or a deviation between expected result and actual result, what is it called? It's called as a defect. Everybody clear with defect? Anyone has any doubt? You can ask me. Yes, somebody is trying to talk. I think there's a network issue. There is Harita, Aisha, Bhargavi, Nageshwar Rao. Clear with defect? Clear with the concept of defect?
Yes, got it, ma'am.
Got it now? What is a defect? Whenever there is a deviation. Deviation means difference, variance, whatever you call it. There are many synonyms for that. Okay. Deviation, difference, or variance between expected result and actual result is called as defect. Okay. Now, what is an error? Error is just a human mistake, guys. Defect and error are both different terminologies. Defect is also called as bug. Okay. Bug means defect, defect means bug. But defect and bug doesn't mean error. Okay. Error is just a human mistake. Okay. We don't do it intentionally. It happens unintentionally. Whenever there is a human mistake, that is called as an error. So these are some of the important terminologies you should be aware of. Like, what do you mean by a product? What do you mean by a project? What is a defect? A very important terminology in testing. Then what is error, defect and bug? They both mean the same. Up to here, are you all clear?
Yes, clear, ma'am.
Clear? Thank you so much. Okay. Why do we feel software has bugs? It can be because the software can be very complex, or sometimes there is a miscommunication between the team. What is the team? There are developers, there are designers, there are testers. Okay. If there is no proper communication or there is a miscommunication, then there is a possibility of we getting lots of defects. Okay. And programming, that is, there is a programming errors, that is, the developers have made a lot of mistakes in the coding. Okay, when code itself is wrong, when we receive and we try to test, so definitely we end up with a lot of defects. Okay, and one more thing is the customer keeps on changing the requirements. Okay, today he say I want login, tomorrow he says I do not want login. Okay, suddenly day after tomorrow he is again inducing login button. So what happens? There is so much of confusion because the design team is also working, the developing team is also working. If the requirements keep on changing, what happens? There can be lots of defects. And very important, skilled testers. Okay, even if the testing is not conducted properly, there are the chances of even having lots of defects or a bug. Clear with this point, guys? Why in any software we end up with defects? Now, okay, types of organizations. As you all might have heard, there is a product-based company. XYZ person is working in product-based company. Product-based company has a good salary. Service-based company has a restricted salary. There are some things which we hear it, right? So what is product-based company? This is an organization where they develop, that is, they produce the products, okay? And they also provide the service. Like it can be like HP, you can see there are so many products of HP, including your laptops. Okay, there is IBM, Microsoft. These all are the companies which are called as product based. And what are these service based? These are the organizations which provide only services to the clients. Okay, like Capgemini, Mindtree, Infosys. That is, You go with one project, they will work, that is, they develop your project and they give it. Okay, they are just service-based company where they'll be working for a particular client or a customer. Whereas product-based companies are entirely different. They have their own products which they manufacture, okay, which they produce and they release in the market, okay, as well as they'll provide the service. Okay, so these are the two types of organizations which you will be dealing when you're out. Okay, clear with product-based and service-based company? What's the difference?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Okay, thank you. Next is one important terminology, domain. What do you mean by a domain? Domain is a specific area or a field to which an application belongs to. Okay, let me go to Notepad. What is a domain? An area or a field to which an application belongs. Okay. For example, there is Amazon, there is Flipkart, and there is Myntra, and there is Ajio. Then we have Meesho. Now tell me, guys, what do you feel these applications belong to? These applications belong to which domain? Which area?
E-commerce websites, ma'am.
Very good, very good, very good. These all belong to e-commerce. Okay, that means the usage of Amazon, Flipkart, Myntra, Ajio, Meesho, etc., 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 is restricted only to buying the things and selling the things. That is, we are using them for shopping purpose. Okay, so their area or a field of an application, it belongs to purely buying and selling the stuff. Okay, now this is called as domain. Every application belongs to a certain domain. Okay, you need to keep this in mind. Every application belongs to certain domain, and the functionality of an application, it also varies based on the domain. Okay, so for example, the way Amazon application looks and the features Amazon applications has, does the same features will Zomato or Swiggy have?
No, ma'am.
No. Okay, right. No. Why? Because the usage or the area of that application is entirely different. The domain of that is food, whereas this domain is what? E-commerce. Okay. What is a domain? It's an area or a field where an application belongs to, and the application changes and the functionality of the application also changes accordingly. So this is e-commerce. A second. Can you all say me some applications which you are aware for EdTech? Do you all agree? EdTech is one domain. Educational sector is one domain. What are the applications which come under this domain? Anyone? You can name one or two.
Byju's.
Very good. Byju's. Then there's so many learning applications. Even the language learning application also fall in EdTech only. Educational applications. Byju's. Vedantu.
Textbook.
Yes. Udemy. Unacademy. How can we forget? XLR. Agree? These are what? EdTech. Got it?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Then pharma. When I say pharma, there are so many applications. There is NetMed. Yes, Nageshwar. Repeat.
Mediplus.
Mediplus. Then we have
Apollo Pharmacy.
yes, Apollo Farms. Okay. So these are what? These. So I hope you all got what is a domain of an application. Every application will belong to a certain domain, and the functionality also will be according to that domain. The way e-commerce application has the features, the same features, definitely EdTech or pharma or food industry cannot have. Okay, based on the domain, their look, feel, functionalities, everything changes. Everybody clear with this?
Yes, madam.
Very good. Thank you. Okay, so this is about the domain. That is, domain is what? A business area or a field to which an application belongs. And the functionality of the application, it also changes as per the domain. We can see there is a healthcare, e-commerce, educational, there is a HR domain, there's insurance, there's banking, there's pharmaceutical, there's travel, and there is also airline. Okay, next. Everybody able to see this picture? Pictorial representation? Yes. Up to here, do you all have any doubts? Are you all following me? Or you're feeling the pace is fast, we are not able to follow you? You're free to tell whatever it is. Are you all following, guys?
Yes, following.
Following, no? Thank you so much. Sure, let's continue. Let me erase this, hold on. This is a project team. Okay. In future, whenever you people like go into testing or you become a future testers, a QA engineer, these are the people who will be involved. That means this is what? This is a project team. The one, yes, what happened? The one which Mahesh, go on mute. Hold on. So these are the people who are involved in the project. When I say project, there are certain roles, okay? And every role has its own responsibilities, okay? Every role will be having its own responsibility. Who is the very first person who will be involved in the project is business analyst. He is also called as BA. What is this? What is his responsibility? Business analyst will be directly in contact with customer or a client. Okay. For example, what do I do? For example, let us assume this is a pen. I am the client. Who is the client? Ashwini. Ashwini is the client where she wants this pen to be manufactured. Now, what I need to do? Firstly, I need to give requirements. Do you all agree, guys? Do you all agree to this? I need to give the requirements to the company, okay? Where I need to mention, I want a specific height pen, I want a specific color of pen, and I want a specific type of pen. That is when I say type of a pen, it can be this TikTok type of a pen, gel pen, ink pen, ball pen, okay? These are the requirements which I need to give to the company. Now, Ashwini is what? She is the client or the customer. And who is the first person in the company who is involved? It's always the business analyst. Okay. So this is a person who will be always dealing with the requirements. He is the person who will be directly in contact with the client or a customer and the whole team. That is, he acts as a mediator between the client and the whole team. Okay. Now, for example, this person takes the requirement, then he converts it into system requirements specification. There is something called a very important document, which is called as SRS. This is a very technical document, which the whole team, that is the design team, developing team, and testing team, we all can understand. Okay. Once this is ready, then the project manager is the next role where he will be creating the test plan. That is from the start to end, what all things should be done. He is the person who is going to decide. Then there is a technical architect. Then there is a UI designer. These team will be working on what? Design. That is how an application should look, how a particular model should look. This is all a more of pictorial representation. Then based on the design, the developer team will be doing the programming. Then once the code is ready, the testers will be doing the testing. So these are the people who are involved in a project. Are you all clear with this, everybody? Yes. Okay. So this is what a project team in your company looks like. Okay. The first person will be a business analyst. Then we will be having a project manager. Then you'll be having a technical architect. Then there's a design team, dev team, and the testing team. Oh. What happened? Any doubts up to here? If no doubts, we will continue. Okay. So this is another important concept, which is testing principles. So there are 7 testing principles, guys. Before testing principles, you should be knowing what are the basic steps which we follow whenever we develop an application. Okay. Okay. Initially, the very first thing is requirements are given by the clients. Then there is design team who is going to design. Then there is developing team who is going to write the code. Then there are testers. So there is requirement analysis, there is design, there is development, then there is testing, and lastly there is deployment. Deployment means release of an application. Okay. So one of the testing principle is the defects should be detected as early as possible. Now tell me from these steps, which is the most early phase here? Which is the most earliest phase? Anyone? The most earliest phase?
Design.
Design, before design?
Architect.
Requirements phase? Requirements phase is the first phase.
First phase, yes, madam. Yeah, first phase is requirement.
Yes, first phase is requirement. What is this principle which says defects should be detected as early as possible? That is, defects should be cut short in the requirement phase itself. That is, when a customer, he comes with a certain requirements and the BA itself is confused whether the requirement is wrong, right, or broken. Okay, if he is feeling so, then he can directly eliminate that requirement there. Okay, just in case if he doesn't do, then what happens? It will be included in this phase. Okay, so for example, let us assume client gives some 10 requirements. Okay, in those 10 requirements, some 2 requirements were broken. Okay, or they did not make any sense. But what happened? Business analyst, he did not eliminate it. Okay, maybe he did not rectify that as a defect, but by some chance, these defected requirements were also included in this particular phase. Now what happens? This defect will be carry forwarded in the design phase. Then this defect will be again carry forwarded in the developing phase. And finally, when we as a testers, we start testing the application, don't we end up with a lot of defects? Getting this point? Everybody? Yes, guys, you can just raise your hands. Okay, so that's why
Yes.
we say getting na, that's why we say defects should be detected as early as possible. If these 2 defects, if they were eliminated in this particular step only, then there would be only 8 requirements which would be perfect to implement, right? That is, in this stage itself, we should cut down the defects. Else what happens? They will be carry forwarded in all the stages. This will what happen? This will definitely affect what? This will affect our schedule, okay? And this will also affect our what? Budget. Because every customer or a client, he comes with his own schedule and his own budget. Okay, for example, if I'm giving this pen, okay, this as a product to be manufactured, I have a certain budget for this and I have a certain time for this. Okay, it's not that the company takes some years together of time to just manufacture this, right? What happens? I will be at loss. Okay, so these are one of the principles where we have to meet our schedule, our budget. That's why in order to meet our schedule and budget, always the defect should be what? They should be detected as early as possible. Are you all following this? What are the principles? Everybody?
Yes, yes, madam.
Yes, no? Sure. Thank you. So far, any doubts you have? Further, I'll tell you what are the types of applications. Okay. Okay. There are certain types of applications. That is, there is web-based application, there is desktop-based application, and then lastly, there is mobile-based application. What are web-based applications? These are the applications which cannot be used without internet. Okay, and desktop applications, they do not require internet. I'll show you all the examples, don't worry. Let me write first. Okay. Then lastly, we have mobile-based applications. They may or may not need internet. Now tell me, can Facebook application used without internet? Can we use Facebook application without internet, guys?
No, no, madam, no, madam.
No. So this falls under what? Web-based application. Always remember there are 3 types of applications. They are classified as web-based applications, desktop-based applications, and mobile-based applications. What are web-based applications? These applications which we cannot use without internet, just like Facebook. Can you give me some more examples apart from Facebook?
Amazon.
Very good. Absolutely right. Then
Instagram.
Instagram, very good. Okay. Then
XLR.
yes, your XLR LMS board, we cannot use it without internet. Yes, absolutely right. Then we have Make My Trip. So on. We have so many applications, Myntra, Meesho, Ajio. These all are the applications which we cannot use without internet. So always remember the applications which require active network. They all fall under web-based application. Now, what are these desktop-based applications? These are the applications which do not require internet and they run locally on our machine. Locally means they're already available on a laptop or on a computer and they do not require internet. What are such applications, guys, which are present in your laptop or computer which do not require internet? What are such applications? Anyone? Calculator. Do we need internet for calculator? And it's already available in our laptop. They run locally. Calendar. Am I audible to you people? Hello. Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, no? Okay. Desktop guys, what are desktop applications? These applications just simply do not require internet and they run locally on a machine. What are the examples? There's calculator, there's calendar, and there is media player. Yes or no? Are you all getting the difference? Everybody? Now, these are mobile based. Mobile based applications are some applications, they will have internet, and some applications, they will not have internet. Okay. For example, again, it can be calendar. Okay. Again, it can be calculator. Then make my trip. Okay. Calls. Then we have chats. Okay. IRCTC. Do we use this IRCTC, Myntra? Do we use Myntra, IRCTC on our mobiles, guys? Do we use it?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. When I say we use IRCTC, Myntra in my mobile, then it should be web-based. Now, how is it mobile-based application? Are you all getting this question in your mind? Because these need internet. How come they fall under mobile? Because IRCTC company or Make My Trip or Myntra, these company have decided not only to make it available on web, but also we will make it available on the mobiles for the usage. Okay. So that it becomes simple. Okay. That is, they are available in the Play Store as an application. All we have to do is we have to go to our Play Store, right? And then we have to download it, right? So then this application will be available on our mobiles. But without internet, guys, without internet, can you use IRCTC? Can we use IRCTC without internet? Is it possible? Anyone? My question is, can we use IRCTC without internet? No, right? So when we say we cannot use an application without internet, they become what? Web-based application. But still they're available on the mobile because the company has made it available for the people to use it. Okay. So what are web-based? These are the applications which cannot be used without internet. And desktop, they simply do not require internet. Mobile, they may or may not require internet, like calendar and calculator. They do not require internet, whereas Make My Trip and IRCTC, they require the internet. Everybody, are you clear up to here?
Yes, ma'am.
Any doubts, you can ask me. Any doubts till now, what all we discussed? Feel free to ask. Are you all following?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Any doubts here so far? So far we have discussed, we started off with what is a software, then what do you mean by a program? Then we also discussed what are the different types of software. Okay. There is a system software, there is a programming software, and there is a application software. Then we also discussed what's the difference between this terminologies. That is, what is the difference between a product and a project? Product is what? The applications which are used by millions of people and they keep on updating based on the market requirement. They're not restricted to one person. Whereas project, it is developed or customized for a single user. Then we also understood the difference between defect or a bug, which is very important in testing. Whenever there is a difference between what we expected and what is actually happening while testing, then we name it as a defect. Error is nothing but a human mistake. This is an unintentional mistake which we make. Then we also discussed what is a domain. Domain is nothing but area or a field to which an application belongs to. So based on the domain, the functionality of the application also changes. Okay. Further, there are different types of applications like web-based, desktop-based, and mobile-based. Okay, so these are the things which we covered in today's class, and these are very quite basics, guys, which you should be knowing when moving on to testing. Anything you want to ask, you're free to ask. Aisha, Bhargavi, Nageshwar Rao, anyone, anything else? We will wind up for the day.
Yeah, thank you, Ashwini.
Okay.
We'll meet tomorrow. So
Bye.
thank you, students. Thank you all.
Chalo guys, see you tomorrow at the same time. Bye-bye.